Hey, good morning, y'all. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day in California. Getting ready to start things off, kick things off. It's going to be a lively one. Wanted to make a video about courage today. That's what's on my minds today, man. It's really one of the most important and integral aspects of life. And I'm not talking about like tough guy courage, where people are talking about like, no, I'm not afraid of anything, or even fearlessness, which I love and definitely believe in. But what I've learned okay, connection is weak. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with this. But what I love and what I've learned of life so far, and I've only been here for 30 years, so I'm not saying I'm any kind of duty expert, but courage obviously is not the absence of fear. We're all scared and tired, man. Everybody's doing not everyone's doing the best they can, but everyone's pushing. Everyone's getting hammered by life. Like, yeah, us military guys, we got to go and like get into a physical fight and get into war, into combat and everything. But the other reality is, in my opinion, every single person on this planet has been deeply entrenched in combat since the moment they were born. Combat for their life, like combat to be able to be free and do what they want, with who they want, whenever they want, however they want, wherever they want, since the moment they were born, right? Like, we're all in this like fight to express ourselves and be authentic and real and like find and pursue happiness, right? And that's funny because happiness can't be pursued. Happiness must ensue. It is the result of right action that's in alignment with your values. Happiness is something that comes upon you, that happens as a result of something you're doing, right? You do something, you're like, realize, wow, I'm happy. It's not like, I'm gonna go be happy. Then you start chasing happy and that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But with courage, the thing that I've found is it's not the absence of fear. It's simply what you do in the face of fear. We've all heard it a million times, but like, it's like all wisdom. It sounds simple, but it's really, really deep. Like, the bravest ones of us, military guys and guys that I know have done amazing things. Like, when you cut their minds open, or if you cut my mind open, you talk to me about fear, what I've realized is that I'm highly motivated by fear. Highly motivated by fear. Why am I brave? Why am I really kind of fearless, it would seem? It's because I'm afraid of being a coward. I'm not gonna be a coward. I'll die before I'm gonna be a coward. And that's why I'm able to move forward in life and do things that I'm afraid of, because I am not going out like that. I'm not gonna be a coward. That fear of being a coward, or that fear of failing in life, for me, failing is like not being a good steward with what God gave me. Like, I got given all this stuff and I'm working for what I got, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, did I get as far as I should have got based on what I was given? That's the question I'm asking myself daily, and that's the reason I'm pushing as hard as I can, consistently and deliberately. Like, I don't want anyone, like, I got military guys out here committing suicide daily. People are dying daily. Like, is that going to happen? What if I could have stopped it? What if I could have helped them? I don't, but I decided to work out too long, or I decided to go play Xbox, or I decided to lollygag and mess around. I can't have that stuff happen. You know what I mean? So that's the fear that drives me. Fear that I don't become who I need to be or should be based on, what I've been given. That's what's driving me. And the reality is, we all got 24 hours today. We got 24 hours to do the best we can with what we got. Okay? I work with a lot of people, and I find that fear is this thing that holds so many of us back. Fear. Hey, you're back. Fear, like I was saying, is false evidence appearing real. I didn't come up with that. Fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. The thing you got to realize is that everything in life has a price. Like, if you want to go to the next level, you've got to be willing to sacrifice who you are today. I didn't come up with that either, but it's the truth. You go to the gym to tear your body to pieces so it can rebuild itself stronger. Fear is like this precursor to like pain in a lot of ways, but it's also a byproduct, and it's like the emissions of the thoughts we're thinking on. Okay, if you can change the way you think about something, you're going to experience something different. It's going to be either empowering or disempowering, based on the way you're thinking about it and the way you're viewing it. That's a whole nother video. But today I just want to encourage you. A lot of us hold ourselves back because we're afraid of things. But what I want to illuminate is that fear is, not only is it not real in terms of hasn't even happened yet, but it's more necessary to learn how to effectively deal with that fear and push through that fear and see yourself push through that fear than it is for you to achieve the goal that you're afraid of going out there and fighting for. Because as you learn to push through that fear and deal with that fear effectively, you're going to become a stronger being. It's going to improve your character. The goals that we go after, they're not as important as the journey and who you're becoming as you're going after these things. And once you've developed the muscles, because that's what's happening, people are underdeveloped because they're not used to facing fear. Once you develop the muscles to be able to face your fears on a consistent basis, you will literally be so much closer to being unstoppable in life that this is how you change who you are and what you can achieve and really take yourself to new heights. But life is relative, pain is relative, fear is relative, all of it's relative, and life will fit you with the perfect package that'll make you stronger and more, and that's relative to where you are in life. So you're always going to have fear. People act like they can remove the negative aspects of life. Like, there's always going to be fear. There's always going to be, that darker side of life, because the same God who created this created day and night. That's going to be there. So what I want to encourage you to do is train yourself to the standard. Train yourself to a standard where, the fear is something you're comfortable with, something you recognize, and something you can use effectively. Like, okay, you know what? I'm afraid of not making it or not getting my homework in on time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started on my homework early. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go ahead and do this because I feel this fear. Like, fear is a target indicator. It lets you know what action you can do to grow the most. It lets you know which direction to fight, how hard to fight. So use your fear today. You got 24 hours. We got 24 hours in this thing, and I want us all to make the most of it. Boom. That's my video of the day. Kind of long because I was ruminating on it a bit. A couple tragedies, watching people go in circles because they're too afraid to get started, too afraid to commit to themselves, too afraid to like get the results that they deserve. And that's fine. That's where they're at. That's life. We're all scared and tired. But I want to see you guys like crush that stuff, because it's only there for your betterment. The fear's only there for you to benefit by destroying it and stepping through it. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you're having a good day. You know where to find me.